I say howdy.
I say, yo.
Welcome to the Big Book Bros, man. Well, first I need to apologize for the lag or bad communications. We're gonna get through. Man. Episode 13. You already know. So you already know how this goes on the Big Book Bro episodes. Y'all should know already the rules. If y'all gonna join in live, just try to keep it simple on the comments, and we're just gonna talk about anything nerd related. So what I brought with me today. Whoo, this is a hot topic. This is one of the best comic books of 2018. This is something that's literally this pure nostalgia. This is like pure nostalgia. This is my top 10. This is definitely my top 10. What I got will be right here is the Saban's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Shattered Grid. Yeah, let me see if it'll focus. Yeah, I got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Shattered Grid storyline. So, for one, if you're gonna grab the issues, you're gonna be out of luck because this is some of the hottest, comic book issues that have been out, and especially the grab. So I got me a hard copy, and I got me the Lex edition. So a lot of people, if you're trying to buy paperbacks, even trade paperbacks, and even hardcovers, you might still find some stuff on eBay or even on in-stock trade, but this sucker is a hot pick. So like this one right here, like I said, it's the Power Rangers Shadow Grid Deluxe Edition. This came out in November 2019, and I got it on sale. I got it on a good deal. This sucker's probably like I got it for about I got it for about $50. But if you're looking to get this book right here, straight up, this book is going to get you about $100, at least $100. So some people they're selling it, 200 more. Some people get it for 75. I got it for 50. So this is amazing. The story itself, like I said, you really don't got to be a huge Power Rangers nerd or even a fan, because that's what I said. This book was such it's just good. It covers stuff that if you're not a big Power Rangers fan, of course I grew up on it, so I had to get it. I never collect any of the Power Rangers comics, so this is the first comic I have gotten, and especially the hardcover. But the story was really fleshed out, and they really went good with all the characters, because Power Rangers, in America, Power Rangers been going on for about 30 years, but the original TV series, the Super Sentai, that came out in Japan, they're probably looking about 30, 40 years. So there's a little difference, but I love it all. So main thing with this story, it talks about one of the original cast and crew of the, like I said, the OG Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but it talks about one of the main characters, Tommy Oliver. So Tommy Oliver, he was like the Green Ranger, and then he became the White Ranger, and then even throughout the TV series, he makes a guest appearance through the Power Rangers franchise. So this one talks about there's a alternate universe, or a different dimension of Tommy Oliver, and he's an evil dude, and they called him Lord Draken. So straight up, they give you the info of like who he is, what's going on, and his main goal is to eradicate, the Power Rangers. He just wants to get rid of all the Power Rangers. He wants to cut, the ties, the dimensions. He just wants to take over the world, but really the universe. Excuse me, not the world, the universe. He got big plans. So plot wise, automatically it reminded me of the Infinity Gauntlet from Marvel, and then it also reminded me of Star Wars, especially the Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. So is that episode two and three of Star Wars?
Attack of the Clones?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Or was it Phantom Menace? No, Phantom Menace was episode 1.
Yeah, I think you're right. Second and the third, Michael.
Yeah. So it had a really big nerd nostalgia and like reference. But then once you read more into the stories, I don't want to really I don't want to do spoilers. Like, is that good? I do not want to get spoilers of what goes on, especially with the plot that deepens. But like I said, the main goal is you got an alternate universe of Tommy Oliver called Lord Draken, and his main goal, like I said, he wants to get rid of the Power Rangers. He wants to take their power. Like you got the morphers, the beast coins, just different devices, and then he's building an empire. And then also he's trying to get rid of half of life on the universe. So I was like, oh shit, I was like, they was coming at the wazoo with some of these plot points, but it was phenomenal. So straight up, I gotta tell y'all the writers for it. Let me get back to it. It was written by Kyle Higgins. He's written a couple of the Power Rangers comics, and then Kyle Higgins, and then also Ryan Parrott. He written some of the interludes. So each the Power Rangers Shattered Grid 8 it got over 60 issues. So I can't. Yeah, it got over 60 issues. So this was a huge run. And like I said, they compacted everything in this big book. So you're looking at over 60 issues, and like I said, the main writer for the prelude, the interlude, and the first 12 issues of the chapters, Kyle Higgins, and then most of the art you got Jonas Scarf. I don't really know much of his stuff, but the illustration throughout the whole series, for me, not even being biased and nitpicky, I will straight up give it. I'll give it a 7. Of course, they didn't have a lot, with background, especially background characters, but I gave it, especially like I said, bias, and I'm a huge nerd. I justify it because it's like the style that you're gonna look. You're not gonna look everything realistic. They threw the whole anime style and the cartoon style, but it was still good. It wasn't nothing jagged out of place. So the prelude, let me see some stuff. I want to get a good one to show it off. So like one of the prelude chapters, they did pretty good on the background characters, and then this them talking. Oh, I like this one. Cover spread. If this thing can focus. Oh, I won't get that glare. That's to say, yeah, it looks, yeah, of course you're gonna have that the childness and the neediness. Age, straight up, I give this everybody. Little kids can read it. It's a lot of words and details, and that's what I said. This right here, this book took me about 3 days to read. So if I did it for a full, nonstop read, I mean, this book is going to take you 2 hours. If you're a really, really fast reader, I'll probably say 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 hours. Yeah, for sure. Because this is about over 500, 600 pages. Yeah. So yeah, if you're a really, really fast reader, yeah, you can get about 2 hours. But if you're, casual reading and nobody messing with you, you staying at home, yeah, 2 hours. Yeah, I say 2 to 3 hours for sure. But like I said, without all I was doing, going back and forth, it took me about 3 days just so I can dissect it. And that's what I said, all the stuff that they got through. They don't got no language. They kind of bleep some stuff out, so they ain't gonna show a lot. But there is gonna be violence, so I don't know if you're gonna be okay. Of course you got the cartoon violence, but there is some killing in here. So that kind of like, whoa, it wasn't dark, nothing too dark, but it shows stuff. I was like, oh, I'm like, okay, this is it's the end game. That's straight it was. You just got this big boss, and he just going crazy with all the stuff he wants to do. I like this. I like this picture. If y'all see me on Instagram, I've been posting select shots because he just looked crazy how he had Tommy. He straight up remind me of Conan, dude. He reminded me of Conan the Barbarian, how he had him in this page. He should remind me of Conan the Barbarian. So he got blood and swords. Like I said, this book definitely for everybody. So, and that's why I say you do not have to be a huge Power Rangers fan. You don't got to be, watch the whole series. They kind of show you in depth of the characters, what all they're doing. It got my feelings because they had some sad moments, and then I won't give you like I said, I'm not gonna give you the whole plot and spoilers, but definitely towards the end, they're gonna have a new run. They're definitely gonna have a new run in a new series, and I know what character and especially I know what Ranger they're using for it, and I didn't think it was gonna go there. You kind of figure what they'll get you in the first, in the first half, the first couple hundred pages. They're like, okay, they're trying to find Tom, they're trying to find Lord Drake, and they're trying to figure out what's going on with these other Rangers. Different Rangers are talking to different other Rangers. They're trying to figure out people are getting hunted down, people are getting destroyed, killed in prison, people are getting just everywhere, just throwing stuff everywhere, and they're trying to figure it out. And then the main thing, like I said, with the Power Rangers, they're regular teenagers, well, really the young adults, but they're trying to show the little lives and everything they want to do. But yeah, it showed. I don't even, yeah, I can show you this one. This one ain't nothing too much of a spoiler, but I like this art style. So like I said, it does change every couple chapters, but this one it was it showed that's right there right in the back is Lord Drake, and then the dude he stabbed was Tommy. The art style this one is a little bit different. It kind of reminds me of some of the modern Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it got that, like I said, that anime style, that cartoonish style. Let me see. I'm gonna show y'all another good one. So yeah, it got a lot. Yeah, no, it got a lot of talking. So I did say little kids. I probably say young kids. I say young kids to tweens because I know ain't no little kid gonna be reading all of this. Ain't no action going. You got all of this going on. So they talking political stuff, and they talking about what's trying to take over, what's going on. Oh, there we go. Let me see if I can show you one of the Megazords. So they did phenomenal. So that's what I said. A lot of people they was talking about it back in 2018. That's what I said. You ain't got to be a big fan of the series or know much about it, but this was something crazy for a good comic book series. But like I said, overall, yeah, I do say about 7. Sometimes it does change. I'm gonna find the Zord. I'm gonna find a good. I'm gonna get one to show out. But oh shoot, well, let me show this one. This was one of the thumbnails that I liked. Like I like how they had the OG Rangers. They had everybody kind of showing the each Ranger. Of course, it's the different race of them showing. They forming. They're showing a little bit of the background. They fighting one of them. I can't even remember that gold villain. They was just going. They was going ham. Ooh, yeah. So all in all, definitely get it. Everybody just get it. But that's to say, it is going to be kind of hard to find it, just because it's hard to get the single issues, and that's to say, if you're going to buy each individual little issues, you definitely want to get your money run dry. Because that's to say, this was a series that even when I try to order it. The single issues back in the day, it was sold out, or that's what I say. That it's gonna cost you a penny. You're gonna have, you got over 60 different issues and chapters on there, and you're gonna get a pretty buck spent on you. So that's what I say. Your best bet is definitely trade paperback or hardcover. Hardcovers are going to be really expensive. Trade paperback, I didn't see any. Like I said, I seen some on eBay. They was selling them for a couple $100, or the cheapest like 75. This one right here was $100, over $100. But like I said, I got it for 50 from In Stock Trade. So definitely look up some good websites to get your comics and everything. Ooh, I like this one. So they're showing some of the Zords. They that little, they got that classic, the classic monster look. That remind me of one of the monsters from Kid Kaiju and the Marvel. So I love that. So yeah, it doesn't actually show a lot of just the Megazords fighting. So I kind of was surprised, just because I thought it was gonna be like a huge battle royale. But the plot was really something different that I didn't think what they were gonna do. See, I like that one. See, I don't want to spoil y'all on that one, but see, that's beautiful. See, like stuff like this, it's nostalgia. I like that. They have that back scene. Everything's kind of like raining down. The different Ranger stuff, the galaxy, and it was just beautiful. So like I said, definitely when the new series and the new run, once they get trade paperback or hardcover, I'm definitely gonna get that. Because they are already gonna continue the series of what they want to do. And then definitely I gotta show the cover art. Y'all already know how I am with the cover arts. I'll be like, this one, like I said, with the hardcover. So it sold me. It sold me. I was like, who this Ranger right here? This is the helmet and the suit of Lord Draken. So his suit, when you read throughout the series, he combines them. So he has like the combination of the green, his OG Green Ranger suit, and then also the White Ranger suit. So he kind of combined them, but you'll see him go through different changes. So I like that. But when I said these reference, man, they got some of these poses, Daniel. They got it from classic Marvel comics, and then even the movie posters. So I really love that. So that's what I said. The cover art is all the way in the back. Usually they'll have them in between, but I like how they had everything. So this one right here, oh my gosh, I love that one. It just shows Lord Draken with all the different Power Rangers helmets and the skulls. Um, he had the Thanos pose, which I really didn't think, because I'm a Marvel fan, so I was kind of looking at that picture and I was like, why do I look familiar? And sure enough, they got that pose from the Marvel. Oh, they have the Star Wars pose, Danny. Hold up. I can't remember what poster it is, but they got the Star Wars pose right up in here. Yeah, so I like that, and then to show that, and then on my right with the Power Ranger symbols. But let me get the I definitely got to show you. Oh, this is another pose that I like. Um, yo, Danny, you remember? Is he? Hey, Danny, you on? Oh, shoot, I don't even know if you can hear me. Anyways, this pose they got from the Spider-Man and Venom, and then he also did another one from Venom and Deadpool, I believe. But the original image was supposed to show Venom ripping out of the Spider-Man suit, like the symbiote was taking over and getting out. Let me see if I can get that. So if it can focus, and I don't like that glare. It shows that the OG Green Ranger suit that Tommy used to have, and then it shows Lord Draken ripping out of it, taking over. So I definitely love that pose. That's another Marvel comic reference. And then this one right here, oh shoot, this was beautiful. Like I said, Thanos, from Marvel, the Infinity Gauntlet and the Infinity Gems he has. He does like the power pose. He has the gems in his hands, and everybody's in the background. So they did another reference off of that. If I can let it focus, I was like, heck yeah, the little power, the Power Rangers power rings. Those are like the Infinity gems to him. So that was good. Um, they got they got plenty others. There's about 50 different types of cover arts in the background. So you can definitely just look at them whenever you do want to get them. Uh, I just like them. They got the great details with the arts in the back. Story, like I said, really something that was kind of nothing too complicated, but it was something that was like, oh, well, okay. And that's what I said. First thing that came to my mind was Marvel and then Star Wars, and then that's what I said. You'll definitely see the reference of when they start doing the poses and everything else, and then art style. I definitely got the whole 600 something pages and all them different chapters issues. I give them all just a 7 out of 10, just because they wasn't the art style is going to be the classic, like I said, cartoon anime style. Um, Recommendations for everybody. But that's what I said. There's going to be a lot to read, so that's to say you're going to spend a good couple hours on here just to read it. This isn't a quick 30-minute read. It's like you can do that if you want go by different sections and chapters and issues. But if you want the full thing experience, yeah, you're going to spend a couple hours. Yeah, this sucker pretty thick. That's like 600 something pages. So, and then towards the end, like I said, another cover art. But Definitely one of the best comic books that came out in 2018. I got the new version, the deluxe edition that came out in like November 2019. So it's a really good thing. Like I said, that was my little take on the Power Rangers Shattered Grid. Uh, get it for your collection, get it for your kids, get it for yourself, and just enjoy it. Because I was like, you're gonna not be disappointed with anything. But that's it on my end. It's pretty quick. I didn't bust y'all too long. 20 minutes. Daniel, what you got for these people today? Oh Lord, is he even on? Hold up, we're gonna have some technical difficulties. Oh Lord, yo Danny. Yeah, I ain't thinking to hear. Man, he got us on live messing up. Yo Danny. Man, we're gonna have to cut this video short. We might have to do another redo. Hey, where's Daniel at? No, we on the live, and I don't know if you can hear me.
You, my
Hold
bad.
up. Dude,
Did you just call Raven?
yeah. Do we gotta cut this? Do we need to restart? Cause dude, I was like, Dad, I got worried. I didn't know
Nah, you
what
good?
happened.
You good? Shoot, we only 21 minutes in. Usually,
I was like,
you go for like 40 minutes. Now, my
yeah,
bad, I was downstairs dealing with the dogs. But you done?
man, you should have told me. I would have kept going. That's how I was
Nah,
kind
you
of
good. I mean, are you done though? Was you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, you good? Shoot, my bad. My bad. I was sneaking and eating me a Snickers ice cream Snickers bar too while I was down there.
Oh Lord, we're gonna have to make. Oh man, we're gonna have to make a blooper section now. Cause I was like, man, I was like, I know the video lagging, so I was like, oh shoot, I really didn't think you didn't hear me or something was wrong with the audio. But I was like, all right. So I was like, shoot, I was like, is this thing on? Or I thought your laptop died for real.
No, you good. You good. But I read MIDDLEWEST. Actually, to be honest with you, man, I read like 8 different runs. This week I definitely read the most I've ever read. I got a lot of dogs sold, so I've had a lot more free time and got paid. You know what I mean? I'm gonna lie, I ain't out of all the years that I've been doing this. This is the first year that I actually, I'm talking about YouTube, that I actually took a break as long as I had, because I've been going weeks with making one video, which I have never done that since I started. So right now, like I said, this was gonna be my best year ever. This was gonna be the year where I can sit back and enjoy life, because dealing with my job, it's a full-time job, no breaks. So
Sure.
I've really been enjoying this time. So anyway, so this week I ended up reading like 48 issues. I read MIDDLEWEST 1 through 12 in 2 days. I would have read it in 1 day. It was that good. I read some other stuff like Wanted, didn't like it. Deceased, I'm selling mine. I read what was the name of it? Man, I can't remember what else. Oh, I did like this one. I read Spawn Kills
the Universe. Oh, like
the Universe and Spawn Kills the Universe 2. That was pretty good. It was funny. He messed around, and a little synopsis of that. I didn't bring it with me. he was pretty much at San Diego Comic-Con, I believe, and
Mhm.
he was going there to try to push a movie with him in it. And this Spawn was like a little funny looking Spawn, like a little short,
Kind of like
cartoon.
the back, like a Mike version, a
Yep,
cheap.
yep. And so he decided he was going to cut the line. And as he's cutting the line, you got, Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, Deadpool, Wolverine. You got a bunch of Darth Vader, Yoda. They all start saying stuff to him, and he ends up killing them all. So it was a funny take on Spawn. I liked it. I read that in the day. That was 5 issues, I believe. It was 1 annual and 4 issues. And So it was pretty funny, nothing serious. The art was funny. It wasn't your regular creepy, grown up looking Spawn art. It was more cartoonish. Then the 1 through 4 arc was him. He ended up having kids, which is crazy. He pooped them out, and he couldn't kill nobody because he was constantly tired and constantly dealing with all his kids. So his kids went out and started killing a bunch of people. It was killing all. Again, it ties in with the first one.
I'm about to say, that's actually a reference, because a lot of people, if you know a little bit about Spawn, he has one child with what's her name, Donna, but his wife, his ex-wife remarried, and she had twins. So one of the Spawn's issues, the two her two twins, they're killers. Yeah, they're killers. And then you find out they're the reincarnation of God and Satan. Yeah, I remember that. That was one of the craziest issues. Spawn versus he was just going crazy. Spawn was versus God's armies, Hell's army. I remember that. That was like one of the best things. God and Satan were just having trouble, and then Spawn, he's like enough. He didn't want to be a tool no more, so he made his own universe. But once you said the two kids started killing, I was like, oh, I know what that reference is. Well, yeah, go ahead, my bad.
But yeah, they just went ahead and started killing people and acting like they was trying to act like Spawn was doing it. They was saying it was his medication he was on. So, and then he ends up at the end. He ends up fighting Clown Nose, which is a reference again with that clown from Spawn. So he ends up beating him up, and that was it. So it was like a little lift you up, from reading a heavy comic book. So it was pretty dope. I definitely love the art. It was done by some different people. It wasn't done by Todd McFarlane. And then too, in the first one, he finally gets to the end of the line, and he sees Todd McFarlane and he kills him. So I thought that was pretty funny, because Todd McFarlane is the one that wrote it. So he wrote himself in the comic, and then he ended up having to kill himself. So that's pretty dope. But I read some other stuff too, man. I can't even remember what they were, but the only ones that I actually enjoyed was the Spawn one, and then MIDDLEWEST. I killed MIDDLEWEST. I was telling Michael the first volume ended up having the best cliffhanger I've ever read in a comic. The second one, I'm ready to read the third one. The third one comes out, I think, next month. Because I haven't been collecting the single issues of MIDDLEWEST. I really don't collect single issues of Image unless it's Spawn. That's about it. But I like the art. Scotty Young is the author. He's wrote several things. I'm trying to remember what they were, but probably in the back. But I had some of his other runs downstairs. But anyways, and then the artist was George Corona, probably Hispanic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's probably Hispanic, especially with a name like George. A lot of Georges. Every Hispanic got a George in their family. And a Jose. But the art was different. I really let me show you some of the art from the issues.
What's a little bit of that plot, man? We gotta get the people to plot. Oh wow, that look good.
Yeah, that's different though. That's not what the comic book looks like. Let me see some of the art. No, it's all right. That was two of the main characters that I liked. There he is. The plot is uh it's in the Midwest, obviously. You know, a lot of farmland, small little town. His father is just really hard on him, and you know you can tell he's going through some stuff. His dad is because he kind of takes it out on his son, and you find out you know that the mother left him when he was a baby, um, and you know the dad is you know he's abusive, you know, and pretty much pushes him away, and it's kind of got I mean, a fantasy elements in it, and because you know the animals talk, um, there's magic, um, you know, in the front cover right here you see that's what his dad turns into when he gets mad, and the son's never seen it, so he sees it for the first time and gets scared and he runs away, and the dad touches him when he's in this form, and it does something to his body, and he's trying to figure out what it is, and he ran away, and I definitely like the way the story progressed. Here's some good art. You know, the art is consistent. It's the same art throughout these 12 issues. Let me see if you can see it good.
I see the fox like talking to him,
and see like this little pink stuff that's on top of the house. Right here and stuff, it doesn't explain what that is. You start seeing it at the end. I know for sure I'm gonna know what it is in the third volume, because at the end of the second volume, they confront it, and you know, you know, I know for a fact it's gonna be in the third one. And the cliffhanger on the second volume. I now that I'm thinking about it, it's either just as good or a little bit better. I want to say I liked it a little bit more than the first. Yeah, definitely. I liked it more than the first cliffhanger from volume 1. So I'm like, dude, as soon as this drops, I'm telling you, as soon as it comes in, I'm picking it up. So same thing with Monstrous. It should be here next week, and there was one more. But anyways, I'm reading them as soon as they come in, because like the story has me hooked, and of course, obviously, that's what makes a good story, a good movie, a good comic. So the other comics that I read, Deceased, like I'm getting the single issues on the next arc, but I'm definitely interested in it because it's the villains aspect, whereas Deceased was the heroes aspect. And of course, you had Lex Luthor in there towards the end, the last 2 issues, but he didn't really do much of nothing. You know, he was just in there talking and trying to help.
He always complains, and he try to be the hero or the savior. He does, yeah.
Yep. I loved it when Lois Lane smacked the crap out. No, I think she punched him. I love that.
She gave him a right hook. Oh, so real quick, for the people that joins in or trying to figure out what we're talking about, Deceased is a DC comic event run. And it's literally like their take on a zombie apocalypse, but they kind of try to do a modern era to it, where it's with what was it? Technology. Yeah, if you watch anything on the screen, you get this like a real life virus, and people start turning into zombies. So it was something.
It was whack.
Yeah, it was something. It wasn't. There's just been plenty of comic books when they do, especially DC and Marvel, when they do zombies and infections and all those type of runs and events.
I feel like it was a cash grab. They copied Marvel. Marvel zombies. They threw their own little thing, but I felt like it was totally rushed. Like they could have made it a great story because they could throw they can throw anything in there. They can throw any villain, any superhero, but they were killing main heroes off like it was nothing. And I'm sorry, man, we done seen these heroes fight gods.
There you go. Crazy stuff.
And now they're getting killed by these lame zombies. And they're not zombies, but they're like zombies, and they're getting killed by them. I just in one page, like I just felt like it was too rushed. Of course, they killed some huge heroes and they killed some lame heroes, but that's why the first thing I told Mike, I was like, man, I felt like they rushed it. If they would put more story into it and more backdrop into these characters and make you fall in love with them again because I've never read all these characters in one arc before, personally. And I would have liked to see a lot more with Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. That's who I really liked, or not in the issue, not in this story. They weren't good enough.
And that's what I said. Some of these characters, like straight up what you said, you know, when you do these events or whatever you're doing, some people, of course, if you're not a huge fan of Marvel and DC, you kind of get a general idea where their power should be at. But like I told you with Captain Atom, they was like, he's not been written well too much in the past 10 years. He ain't been written well at all. But a lot of people, if you know about Captain Atom, he has the power of all the chemicals, all the radiations, all the crazy stuff. He can, they was like, if he went crazy, they was like he can put up a fight with Superman. But like his deal, dude got killed by the one of the superheroes that was able to shrink. And what was so crazy about the superhero that killed Captain Atom from the inside, the superhero that that was able to shrink and get big and small, dude didn't wear a protective suit, so he got infected. So I was like, what is that type of writing? You know what I'm saying? I was like, y'all can't do, lame. Yeah, y'all just can't do writing like that. And then the ending, oh my gosh, the ending, I was like, you just threw one of the most powerful characters, and of course, he wasn't written right. And the way they was trying to plot it out, I was like, no. That's what I said. I got my love-hate for DC. Straight up, one of their best events was the DC Dark Knight Medals, and then they did good with the new Age of Heroes, but they cut all that crap out because they just wanted they wasn't making that money that they wanted. So I don't know. Yeah, that's something that I would not. Yeah, we ain't reviewing it, but we'll talk about crap about it. Go ahead, boss.
But with Middlewest, the little fox is pretty much his best friend, and it's hilarious. Like I love the relationship that they have between each other, because it's kind of like the fox has he's sarcastic, you know what I mean? So, and then the main character is Abel. So, and then the fox doesn't have a name. His name, they just call him Fox. He says he doesn't have a name. His mom didn't give him one. So, Abel's, a good kid. The fox is kind of like a bad influence on him. Has some bad stuff and getting him into trouble. And once he gets him into trouble, he leaves. He's like, oh man, I didn't make you do it. You decided to do it, so you got to deal with it. I'm out. But he cares for him though, because when stuff really gets bad, he's the only one that ends up like I don't care. I'm gonna go, help him with this issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I highly recommend it. I don't recommend many comic books, but I definitely recommend this. It's kind of got a sci-fi, futuristic, with that pink stuff. I don't know what it is. And another character, her name's Bobby, the little black chick. She works on a circus, and she's mechanically inclined. So she ended up building that robot, and his name is Wrench. And their relationship's pretty funny because it's kind of like the fox and the kids. It's kind of like she's like real sarcastic with him, and if you don't do the job that I want you to do right, I brought you into the world, I'm gonna take you out type stuff. Always telling him that she regrets making him, that he's a sore in her thigh, in her side, a thorn in her side. So I like the relationship, and
What's your age range? What you kind of recommend the age range? Because
it's Image again. It's Image, so it's got cursing in it. It's got blood in it. So I would definitely say, like a teenager for sure. Honestly, because I definitely a lot of my stuff I read it and then I sell it. I'm selling almost everything I read this week besides Spawn. So I'm a huge Spawn fan, and then Middlewest. The Harleen one, I'm gonna keep that one as well. I enjoyed the Harleen one. I'm gonna talk about that one next week. The art, oh man, dude, I give the art like a 9.5. Some of the best art I've seen, and that with that comic, the artist and the writer are the same person. But anyways, back to this. The writer is Scotty Young. Like I said, the artist is George Corona. I really enjoyed his art. Here's the second volume. You get to know who some of these people are. I feel like eventually they're gonna bring their mother into it, his mother into it. So we'll see. I like the way it's going, and I like the art. Let me find some nice art in this one. It's different, it's kind of cartoony, but at the same
Still
time,
mature. Yeah.
I think this is cool. I like how they draw the little black chick's hair. I think that's pretty funny. Like right here, look. One of the little kids gets murdered right before their eyes. So that's all I'll say. It's kind of crazy. But that's the Image. Like I said, most of all the Image stuff I've ever read was like
dark, yeah,
type stuff or PG-13 at the minimum. I mean, there might be some kid stuff out there. I don't know. I just ain't read it. But with that being said, Michael, let's hop on Gang Beast. Because that's all I had to say. I didn't want to talk about all the other stuff that I read that I didn't enjoy because I don't want to seem like a Debbie Downer. But I feel like I got to be honest. And I've been talking bad about a lot of comics, and I just don't even want to waste my time on it because
zoom it out.
I didn't like it.
Yeah,
that was Deceased. I did not like it. I'm selling it. I felt like it was a waste of money. I'll tell you what though, the cover on the single issues were amazing. I have one. I have the one with Joker. I like the one with Batman, the one with Superman, the one with Wonder Woman. The covers are amazing. But see, it's like I truly believe that Marvel and DC, honestly, right now especially,
zoom it out real quick.
They're all about numbers. They just want to throw 50 issues at you in a week, and it's like 2 of them are good, and the rest are crap. Say what, Michael?
No, I said zoom it out so I can look a little better. I was trying to see stuff.
All right.
Nah, yeah, you can keep going.
Oh, my bad.
I know, cause that was one of the my P's with DC. Well, of course, they're throwing a lot of stuff, and yeah, I'm not even up to date on their newest runs because I heard about the Year of the Villain and yeah, before that was the Deceased, but that's what I said. The stuff that they throw, especially a lot of stuff, a lot of people since we on lockdown, a lot of stuff. One for us people, us who are comic book collectors and buyers, like I said, I'm getting all my stuff that you see me review these past 3 weeks is stuff that I've been ordering online, and I've just been getting hardcovers. I haven't shown. Well, I got a couple of my single issues, but I got my collections. But it's true. They throwing a lot of stuff out now, but it's like it's not really getting any good content that I'm really liking. So straight up, I'm starting to go past Marvel and DC. I'm gonna look at different companies and different arts because it's like it's this I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. I don't know what the newest wave that Marvel got right now, and that's what I said. DC, I think is still Year of the Villain. I know they still got stuff with the Batman Who Laughs, and they're trying to throw it in what's going on with Shazam, and it was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's this.
Some of the titles, man, I feel like I'm definitely interested in, like as far as the Marvel, the Silver Surfer, that one and the one I think by Dan Slott, if I'm not mistaken, as well. I know some grown men that were talking about reading that arc and it made them cry. So I have it. I haven't read it, but I kind of wanted to get away from Image so much because I'm enjoying it, but I was like, I want to read some other stuff. So I was like, let me read some DC. But like I said, I just had to be honest about it. So who knows? I'll probably dip into some Marvel because now I kind of want to read that run with Silver Surfer. But Batman, I'm sorry, DC. I mean, yeah, DC. I'm interested in Shazam run, the newest one by Jeff Johns. I definitely am interested in that one, as well as Batman Beyond is a sleeper. Batman Beyond has been written by the same writer for a long time, as well as the Flash. I'm interested in the Flash.
They said that Batman Beyond is doing really well because
I wouldn't doubt it. It's been the same writer. Same thing with the Flash. The Flash, man, that's what I hear about 24/7 with DC right now. The Flash run. With Marvel, I heard a lot about the Hulk. I've read almost most of all of it, and I don't like it personally. I don't like it. And also Daredevil. I've been hearing a lot of people, they're loving the Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky, if I'm not mistaken. So I've been hearing a lot about that. So there are some good stuff out there, but I mean, I wouldn't recommend most of it what I've read to you. I would just recommend some of the better stuff that I read, and forget the other stuff. But.
Man, I'm trying to wait for my next shipment of books because I usually give a teaser because you get
the best stuff. I bet.
Dude, I'm getting some crazy stuff now because like one of the teasers. If y'all watching it right now, I know a lot. I remember I played this on the Nintendo 64. Turok. I got a couple of the hardcovers from Turok, which is phenomenal. Then I got one that's like apocalyptic girl. There's some couple like issues that I never even heard of. Yeah, there's some stuff that I never heard of, and I know to do some research to get people going. But yeah, like with DC, shoot, the biggest thing that I'm getting from DC that I already have ordered, you already know it's the omnibus from Red Hood, but they ain't been doing him. Yeah, they ain't been doing him really good. The new 52 was pretty alright. DC Rebirth, they didn't.
Is that Red Hood and the Outlaws omnibus, Michael?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you read some of that, or have you not?
I read some of it, yeah, because it was interesting because a lot of people, if you don't know, real quick, if y'all don't know who Red Hood is, he was the second Robin for Batman, but he's notorious because he got killed by the Joker, and then he got reincarnated as an anti-hero he's an anti-villain really, known as the Red Hood. So he wears like a red helmet mask. But the adventures with Red Hood, it was pretty interesting because his cast and crew, he got one of the Themyscians, and then he had Bizarro on his team. So I was like, how are they gonna do that? But it was a little heartbreaking because Red Hood, Jason Todd, he has a good friendship with Speedy, Green Arrow sidekick. So they was pretty cool. And then if y'all know about the lore, Speedy he got killed during one of the biggest events. So that was kind of devastating what they do with that and the relationship. But it was something nothing too wacky because it was definitely serious. And Red Hood is definitely not for little kids. This dude got guns, so he go crazy. But I definitely had to get the omnibus because I'm a Red Hood fanatic. I'm a Red Hood fan. Besides Red Hood, I love Lobo. Static Shock. Well, Static Shock, they ain't done nothing for him. But Red Hood and Lobo, those are like my two DC characters that I love to get. Just any materials. But the Red Hood and the Outlaws, that was back in the New 52 era. It was something. So that's what I said. Definitely gotta get the omnibus. So that's one of my biggest collections that's gonna be coming in and shit. And then I'm saving up my money. I gotta get the DC's Kingdom Come. I gotta get Kingdom Come, dude.
Oh yes.
I got the hardcover there in back home, but my dad got it. That was like one of my dad's first books. I was like, I gotta get this new edition. Man, that sucker's gonna run me like $200. I was like, shoot. I was like, I gotta get it straight up automatically. DC's Kingdom Come artwork 10, story 10, like that was like phenomenal. But I'm going a little off track of some of the stuff that I got. DC is gonna be those two big books, but stuff that's not DC and Marvel, I got Turok, Apocalyptic Girl. I got some crazy stuff. I know I got.
Did you get some more Transformers?
Yeah, that's all I'm about to say. Yeah, I got some more Transformer stuff coming in. I got like 3 different trade paperbacks of Transformers and like the Dinobots and their adventures. And then I got another the IDW collections coming in, so I need to finish reading book 2 and 3. So shoot, I like it. That's what I said. You got plenty of time to read. You got a lot of stuff to do, but just keep it with it. But that's pretty much it. We was talking, we was talking about stuff we're gonna get in the future and what's all coming in for our shipment. So a lot of y'all listening, it was like, what they gonna talk about? I was like, you ain't gotta worry about it. You'll see it. You might see it in one of the few episodes. So I hope everybody.
I'm sure they will. Shoot.
Yep. So So everybody be safe, man. We'll see y'all on the next episode of Big Book Bros. You already know. Look us up. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Big Book Bros, and I'll keep you up to date with stuff we got going on. We out.
Yep.
Peace.
Let's hop on some gang beasts.